Cheerio. Well, Donna Adelson. Guilty. I was surprised at how I felt, well, especially during the victim impact statements. But when Everett's reading the verdict out, and Donna, I think her tears were for herself. I do not still believe at any point has she regretted what they've done. I think she has sat here this entire time and thought, why didn't we get on that plane to Vietnam a lot earlier than that night? But years and years earlier, when Sigfredo was arrested, hello, you know they're going to start talking. They're going to offer someone a deal, and they did. But then when Katie's arrested, you've written her 44 checks, and you still don't leave the country? Idiots. It was heartbreaking to watch Ruth Markel. I thought it was interesting that Dan's father said, look, you broke up Dan's life, but think about your own lives you've broken up. You know, he's talking about Charlie's not going to see his son, Katie and Sigfredo, their children. I did look it up today while I was watching the live stream, and Sigfredo will be out in 2.5 years. So I believe his release date, it was something, maybe the 13th, 2028. We looked it up while the thing was going on. But, you know, someone's going to talk. And these are 3 people who were willing to unalive someone. So, you know, it's not like they're big on loyalty. I thought about this when Ruth Markel is speaking. So if you, in case you don't know, Ruth Markel had an accident over the weekend, and I think she's black eyes. She bummed up her face and stuff. So that's why she's been wearing the big dark glasses. But, so that's what I get when I lose my train of thought. Look, there's Piper down there. Maybe it'll come back to me. I don't know. It'll come back to me in a minute. I'm surprised. Oh, I knew what it was now. It was about Wendy. But I'll say this first. So Wendy had to stay in Tallahassee until the defense rested today. Or no, until, probably just, until the defense rested yesterday. Because, you know, once there's closing arguments, they can't recall Wendy. So that meant Wendy had to remain in Tallahassee all this time since she's testified. And she does have to pay for her own hotel room. But I was half hoping that as the moment the defense rested, they would knock on Wendy's hotel door and arrest her. But obviously they didn't. We would have seen that by now. But when Ruth Markel is talking about the separation she's had from her 2 grandsons, you know, since 2014, that got to me. But then, because of an advocacy, I can't say the word, advocacy. I can't say the word, you know what word I'm trying to say, group in Tallahassee, they were able, I believe they had to force Wendy to allow them to see the Markels. Well, Ruth Markel said that, well, yes, Wendy did allow them to see the grandsons, but she barely opened the door. So she opened the door and had each boy, hello, hello. And remember, these are 2 children that have been brainwashed and gaslit since they were 3 and 4 years old, that the Markels are crazy and they're evil, evil people. And, you know, you never ever want to see them. So if you get to see them when you're 10 and 11, you're thinking, now I have to see these crazy people. And you know, Wendy's like, you do. Some law was passed, and it's just so unfair. They didn't think about the way you would feel. But let's do what we have to do. The maximum has to be just 60 seconds. You just have to be near them for 1 full minute, and then you have followed the rules. Okay, so they did that, and she did it once. Doesn't the fact that she has alienated her children from the Markels, to me, that alone tells me she's guilty. For real. But let's hope and pray that Wendy is arrested. I just wanted to shoot this little quick thing out. If you're still watching right now, I'm shocked. I'm humbled. God bless you. Pray for the Markel family. At least they've received quite a bit of justice. They need a little bit more. But God bless you. God bless this America. Toodaloo.